Service here, back with the second of my Rule the Waves playthrough, which, yeah, I have noted from last time that there is a slight problem with trying to read all the names of the ships. I do apologise for that in advance, and I will probably try my best to fix it later on, but right. So this class, open design for rebuild. I want to keep this class around because these guys, I think, would be our first aircraft carrier conversions when carriers become a thing. But for right now, they need central firing added to them. And yeah, the 3-inch guns is already the maximum they're allowed to have. Flight decks and stuff are not available yet. Torpedoes, I'm going to clear the mountings on them. And with the remaining weight, put them at normal and see, can we get an updated 7-inch? No, we can't get updated 7-inch, but I can keep it at 7-inch. Yeah, I think that'll be okay for the Rochesters right now, and then when they need converted to carriers, then I can do the carrier conversions for the class. 10 destroyers are commissioned into the Navy. Our top spy has managed to get stuff for the Glory, which is under construction, which is lead of her class, and that's a pretty strange gun layout. Especially seeing as those are not cross-deck firing. Well, for anyone who says I have weird gun layouts, I'm only just going off of what I know from videos from like Tortuga and stuff. But yeah, anyone saying I have weird gun layouts, look at this thing, and then my gun layouts are glorious. Still, we got stereoscopic range finding. Okay. A design committee of Congress. Our dock size has been increased a whole bunch. Right, let's see if there's any more design reworkings needed. No, there isn't, so let's build a few of our Saratogas. 6 Saratogas are being put under construction, and during this time as well, we put aside the budget for another miles. Oh, we can't put another miles per hour in for construction. So yeah, the 3 Rochesters are in rebuild for another turn. I'm glad I have set up my budget up a bit before yeah, go ahead, we need the money. Hydraulic rammers for rate of fire improvements. Pueblo is still got a turn left on her rebuild. You guys are Chicago classes that were halted. San Juan and Oakland are both actually going to head to the Scrappers because we've already got the Chicagos in. So, ship-wise, North Carolina here is going to come out first. She's going to be our first dreadnought. A P1 S1 XY turret vessel. Five ships finished their working up. Pueblo has completed her prestige and tension. I personally don't want another war with Russia after last time. Stereoscopic rangefinder. Right. 2 more turns then our first dreadnought will be out. What use she'll have, I don't know yet. By all means, Q-ships. Like, probably thinking about it, the fate of our first dreadnought is sort of going to be carrier conversion. It's without a doubt, of that list, I can't look at the map. Of that list, the one we are least tensioned with, so least likely to actually fully go to war with already, would be Germany. But yeah, North Carolina is now in service. She is a new ship for us. You are all going on to reserve. Okay, so next up on the rebuilds would actually be the Olympias. Because the Olympias, they are all going to need some rebuilds done to them. And the Bainbridges, I think I did send them into rebuild. Yeah, I did rebuild the Bainbridges, just now rebuild these guys. I could check that, actually. I might have to for my own, benefit, because just like plain white stuff like this just messes with my eyes quite a lot, and I want to see if there's any differences to be done. Clear off the torpedo mounts because they are not needed any longer on this ship. We got central firing. Avocado. Do you think our do you think our light cruisers should have their machineries replaced and turbine engines added to them? Again, in this game, it would mean that we spend more time actually. Okay. Oil and turbines, because we have oil now. And up to 26 knots. No, they haven't got a extra thing there. Oh, protected cruisers can't have a Q midships turret yet. Curses. So yeah, we've replaced our machinery, we've upped the time and cost of this refit, but we've got more carrier conversions. Like, I'm just thinking about this in the way of this could be carrier converted later on in its life. Okay, and we've got weight left from the hull form. Let's add in some upper belt to this thing. Right. Let's up our rounds per gun. And then a whole bunch of 3-inch. Okay, we can't have an upper belt on here, so more rounds per gun. And then another set of 3-inch. Then 215 rounds. Also place those secondaries. I say saving. Design is not legal. Topside equipment limit is exceeded. Too many or too heavy secondary guns. How's that now? Topside capacity is still a problem. How about casemate them all? There, complain about your topside capacity now, huh? Engine priority normal, and save and rebuild all the Olympias for nearly a year. Yeah. Oh yeah, our dreadnoughts and our battle cruiser are under construction for the next 20-something months. Yeah, it's text-based. Battle carriers, like I said, I don't know if we could get proper battle carriers, but we can get carriers of battleship armor. Now, the waves, okay, I just need to quickly check. So, preferences, sound and video. It's their dark mode, display options, course indicators. Show compass. Background. Okay, that hasn't done anything at all. Right. Subs, let's get some more coastal submarines going in here. 10 more of them. So we've got about 42,000 tons of dock space remaining. I'm thinking we use that space. We can't. No, I'm going to save that space. But yeah, the Olympia rebuilds, because I had now set them for a rebuild of their engines, is going to take a year. There's been a political murder in the Balkans. Oh no. Not another war with Russia. Anything but that, please! So Rochester and Brooklyn are stuck at lower speeds now than they were. I think it's got something to do with their engines or something. Right. So yeah, we have the Huron class here, which is our armoured cruisers currently. Armoured cruiser-wise, we don't have all too much to free. Like, I say we need a new armoured cruiser class. Design ship. Cruiser armoured. Give me an auto design, please, and you give me a 10-inch gunned armed ship. How legal is this? All okay, it seems. Right. Okay, so can we... No, wouldn't even have to wait for it. I was thinking Q-turret maybe. Accommodation normal. 6-inch secondaries? No thank you. 5-inch. 5-inch at 25 knots. 5-inch at 25 knots. Okay. So instead of going as a armoured cruiser, we are having this as a battle cruiser instead because of the 11-inch guns. Okay. Ah. I could probably. I'm new to this game, Avocado. Please just let me do the design myself. In the next campaign, I'll let Twitch viewers do stuff, but... like, I don't want my first time in this game ruined by Twitch chat. This is sort of gonna be a... very light... battle cruiser, though. Like... in all honesty, thinking about it... .220 rounds, a gun. Okay, we can't get 26 knots, so... like, this is sort of going to be... very early... well, not early battlecruisers. This is going to be just a... this is just another design that's purely going to be turned into a carrier when we get the ability to do so. Central firing and everything, yep. 105 rounds per gun, all okay. New York class will take 4 turns of designing, and we may have to halt construction and rebuilds on some stuff. Relations between two countries, right. Small tube boilers, which means that our purely for carrier conversion battle cruisers are gonna have to go in for some rebuilds of their own. Constitution, independence, you guys are being halted in your construction. Columbia, Cincinnati, and Minneapolis. We have newer Chicago class cruisers, so you guys are being broken up. And then you guys are being halted in your rebuild. can bring us on an extra turn. Rally, you're being halted for a turn as well. Right, North Carolina has finished her working up. North Carolina is our keep out of foreign activities. We need to lower tensions with Russia somehow. Ah, yes, our bankruptcy is on the way. Right, I'm gonna make a sacrifice on Delaware because she's already behind of her sister ships in construction. So, increased funding for the Navy. That'd be great, thank you. February of 1909, and can I resume a rebuild? I can resume one of our rebuilds and still have a positive budget right now. That's pretty much the best we're going to hope for. Torpedo Protection 2. Dual torpedoes is still being... We need to rework the design there, mate. You got a better torpedo protection, mate. For that, reduce that. Yeah, we've used our savings just to increase our torpedo protection, and that's going to be another 2 turns of design that the ship is going to have to go through. World economy has recovered after a crisis. I kind of knew we were in an economic crisis. Better 10-inch guns. Italy. Oh, no, 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 no. We went to war with the people I did not want to go to war with, because last time we went to war with them, it didn't go so well. Oh, we got better 7-inch guns. Damn it, why did I wait to refit the cruisers? Why didn't I wait, I mean? No, nothing much changed there. So, on build ship-wise, we have the New York class battle cruisers, more aircraft carriers, but... Okay, only 2 of them could be laid down because of our dock size capacity. Okay. Like, for us going to war with Russia, we'd need to put stuff in Northern Pacific. But yeah, we're negative budget again. Improved riveting techniques. Plotting table, accuracy improvement. Internal torpedo stowage. I'm guessing that's like, Okay, New York and Lexington. You 2 are going to be halted for right now. And it's sort of going to be a alternate between those stuff, and hush it up. Improved riveting techniques. Hull weight savings. Yep. We've got to improve our dock size. We need more than 27,500 tons of shipping we could build. 14-inch guns! 14-inch guns! They seriously want me to build a new battleship, do they? Don't they? What do you mean I'm not feeling... Have I mentioned the stream I'm not feeling well? Ah. I am feeling well. Well, okay, I had a minor problem with heat exhaustion on the bus home, but, other than that... Go ahead. Secondary turrets on battleships. Which makes me think I want to send North Carolina in a refit to give her turrets on the surface. Okay, we sunk a Russian destroyer instead. Instead of capital ship. No concrete results, but it's low tensions with some people. Not with Russia. Here's the thing, we didn't see what their dreadnoughts are like. Oh, sorry, I did not see that part. Quality control, temporary setback in reliable power training. Yeah, I didn't properly see that, so yeah. Right, one more turn, and then the Olympia will be out of her rebuild. Commission 10 submarines as well. Superheater, but no success. Naval aviation lighter than air. Resume construction. Research. Although it's only lighter than air, naval aviation high. Priority, please. Albion, it's another one of those glory class with the horrible layouting of guns. Hulk construction. Michigan and Prowler are being held, and Delaware is going to be resumed because obviously with Delaware she's a little behind on construction. A little behind. Purely Admiral Silence way of saying, yeah, we abandoned her construction for almost, well, over a year, and now we're slowly bringing stuff back on her. Oil has been discovered in South Africa. Cross-deck fire. Hydrostatic pistols. Resume your construction, and we're again going to halt for another 7 turns. Delaware, because in 7 turns' time, we shall have good enough ships and... Where on the earth is that? Yeah. Let's have Italy take control of there. More areas we can take over later. Okay, ships under construction. 6 more turns, then Delaware can be reconstructed again. Well, continued. Base use for SAP. That means we are allowed to have SAP now. Next turn. How are you guys handling trying to read all this? Do you need me to try and see if I can change stuff to reading here? They're concerned they can... Right. A war's already in progress in the another way of the world. No obvious choice to the post. I say we're in a placement where we can survive 3 turns. 3 turns. Let's resume the construction for Delaware. Superimposed X. They don't have that. Okay, I'll allow them to have it. Seen as dual torpedo mounts. New destroyers are required in 2 turns. And once we've obviously restarted building of some of the Saratogas that we've got on hold and stuff as well. A turn. cruiser can go 29 knots! Well done, everyone! Ranger is commissioned. Saratoga, Michigan, miles per hour are also commissioned. Resume, and San Francisco is heading to the scrap. San Francisco and Des Moines are both heading to the scrap yards. Resume, 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 and resume. And then design ship a destroyer. Additional armament. Delete the wing mounts. Increase you to a twin tube and add a wing tube in Q, well, a centerline cube. Maybe Q is a little far forward. R. Place them out there. There. There we go. Coal turbines? No, oil turbines. Thank you very much. For a 32 knot top speed. Short range. Short range. Okay, I could sacrifice a knot for more range. Sacrifice a knot and 3-inch guns. I'm happy. Right, Sterret class designing will take a turn. Private shipbuilding increases our dock capacity by 1,000 tons. Raleigh has finished her reconstruction. Go to the build screen. We're getting these new destroyers in. 12 of them. Two turns to Constellation. Yeah, you're being rebuilt for 8 turns. The Chicagos. The Chicagos I don't think are actually going to hold their own if, in terms of being our only, battle cruisers, light cruisers. I don't think we have enough light cruisers. I don't think we have enough armoured cruisers. Five centerline turrets already? Wow, that was an unexpected advancement. And yeah, one of our agents has been caught, so right. All medium. Okay. Ships under construction, another turn. And then Constellation is in. 5 ships have completed their working ups. War between Japan and Russia. Of course, sir. Oh, shit. We need 4 extra capital ships in construction. We got, currently right now, I type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 4 more capital ships in construction. Our president is in... Right, okay. Auto design me a 31,000 ton battleship, 14-inch guns. That isn't Italian style. That isn't Italian style. You know what? Let's reduce... No, give him 14-inch. Conning tower, who cares? Turret armor, yeah. 6-inch, no. I want 5-inch twin mounts as they cost us less. 18 guns. I want 16 guns. Yeah, 19, so then we can actually have it in a somewhat of a good placement. Okay, so we're not using casemate guns on this thing. Coal turbines, no oil turbines. And then can we push... We can push out 23 knots out of this thing. Okay. Yeah, I do somewhat apologise about that. I'll have to try to remember what Tortuga does with his stuff, because with his stuff on Rule the Waves, you can easily read it, but then again, he has the problem of you have to continuously move it into place and stuff. Yeah, we got slope deck. Free fire control placements. Torpedo protection 2. Additional armament. Yeah, no, we're not having extra torpedoes on a battleship that shouldn't really be having torpedoes in the first place. Nope, that's about the same as adding more ammo there. Okay, we can do a slight reduction in tonnage. Okay, this is the design request. Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Is that legal? In A or Y? Okay, you won't allow it in A or Y, but you'll allow it in B and X. Well, are you serious? Okay. Okay then. This is gonna be another battlecruiser. Because it seems that the game thinks that my designs are better use as battlecruisers. Okay then, let's add in a Q turret then. Placement of the turret there. Yep. I'm happy with that turret placement. And yeah, that will basically fire over those guys. So, seeing as this is being classed as a battlecruiser, let's get this colonial service, and let's up our... No, let's not up our main gun ammo. Let's up our secondary gun ammo. USS Kentucky. Here's the thing, it wouldn't allow me to go with the speed I want this thing to go to and be classed as a battleship. Haven't they heard of the fast battleship? Oh god, well for 1911 it's a battlecruiser, so... Okay. Okay. Let's just go. Let's just design it. 4 turns. 4 turns. Hopefully more tech comes along that we can triple turret at least some of our guns. An excellent idea. These chaps are showing the right spirit. Okay, That's 2 Russian ships we blew up! And they haven't blamed us. We should avoid 4 entanglements. Okay, you can get those. Hopefully pretty soon we get better, well, more stuff for naval air stuff. Okay. Add an extra turn to the Kentucky design, but then we can show the president that we are actually considering building a design for him. Superheater, scientists working on improved stuff. Right, so we've gotten slight machinery reduction, weight reduction. It's enough for me to say spend a little bit extra time refitting, try to get an extra 5 shells on the ship. Right. Okay, now time to lay down all 4 of the ships that are needed. They're building battle cruisers. They're getting battle cruisers later than us. Go to the build screen. Go to the build screen. We're at war. Please build me 4 of them. Thank you. Okay. Auto move submarines. Submarines are to work unrestricted, warfare-wise. Coastal forts, we don't have much. Ships sunk or scrapped. We don't... It's just more scrapped than sunk, but... Okay, everyone is active. North Carolina and Miles Prower are being moved to the Northern Pacific with immediate effect. And here's hoping that the Russians haven't got their dreadnoughts. Ranger and Constellation are also going to move to the Northern Pacific. The North Dakotas I'm not going to send out. The Wyomings I'm not going to send out. Right, I'm going to have to send a... I'm sending a few of the Chicagos. You're being moved to the Northern Pacific. And then we send a whole bunch of the Paul Jones class to the Northern Pacific. Move ships to Northern Pacific. All corvettes are to go to trade protection immediately. And then a couple of the old Bainbridges also to trade protection, because now we have effective trade protection. Ships under construction. For 2 turns is going to be those destroyers. Then after those 2 turns, we will possibly begin more stuff there. Eastern Illusions. Build up naval docks and build up fortifications of a couple of 6-inch batteries around the area of what is Dutch Harbour. Okay, ships in service. Tonnage on foreign stations is only off by 1 ship, so I set you to foreign station. No, you're not colonial though. Active fleet you again. No, none of our destroyers will be in a good place for it. Symbol, you have the honour of being foreign station to make sure we're okay on foreign station. Unrest levels are... Holy shit! I haven't paid attention to unrest in this game yet. And I've remembered, unrest in this game is a lot worse than unrest in UAD. Right. Not much has happened this turn. Oh god. Yeah, we're going to we're going to halt the construction of the carriers. Oh god. Yeah, the carriers. The future carriers, because Admiral Silent has future knowledge. Enemy coastal raid. We don't have our own forces in the area. Yeah. Why give us the battle when we can't even fucking fight? A Russian armoured cruiser is already having to go to being interned. Well done, Russia. Right. New York. Yeah, the New Yorks are still going to be halted. It's going to be the Kentuckys that get the resumption of construction given to them priority, because they're new and they'll be sort of fresh off the line for if anyone else joins the war or stuff like that. Please lower unrests, please lower unrests. Okay, that's slightly lowered our unrest. Good news there, at least. Somewhat. Good news. Right, a North American West Coast ships. I just realised we have ships in the North American. West Coast. It does include some old ships, but yeah, go up to the Northern Pacific. Okay, go back to type. Okay, so I've actually just been thinking about it. Of all our ships here, none of our ships have actually seen combat. Because the only ship we had that had seen combat and survived, which would be the Minneapolis, if I remember correctly, didn't actually survive being rebuilt. Anyway, here we are in battle with Pueblo, which is one of our, which is the only one of the our armored cruisers that I remember can still go up to a speed. And then Raleigh and Olympia, who have obviously just came off of a refit to oil, so run to enemy encountered. Unknown ship sighted. Spy Pueblo. Okay, runners 3 hours. Runners another 3 hours. Okay, Pueblo. 20 knots. Raleigh and Olympia. 25 knots, which is your maximum speed. Start making your way down. Pueblo. Squad max. Runners, another 3 hours. Squad max, please. Okay, so for once, we outnumber the Russians here. Just continue running the campaign. Pueblo has taken some structural damage, but nothing else much. Okay, so we're up against one of these things, which main caliber-wise, we're equal to them. Just we have more 7-inch guns than they do. Alright, Pueblo, how are you? You're still doing fine, that's good. Now, the Olympias, they're old, but they can still fight. Run us 3 more hours. Okay. Pueblo is to come back around and begin more attacks on those guys. Olympia has taken some structural damage. Run 5 minutes. Run 5 minutes. What I'm hoping is that we've done a serious amount of damage to the Russian ship. It should be going down shortly, although I don't know for certain yet if we should be celebrating any sort of victories. Yeah, Pueblo is got a lot of structure damage. Olympia, structure damage but no floodings. Run a turn. Couple of turns. Okay, Olympia, run a turn, run a turn, run a turn. Now I actually know a bit more about combat in this game. We're actually doing a lot better than last time. Last ship belonging to Russia is sinking. Now that is something that I am actually happy about for once. We didn't lose a single ship. They lost a cruiser here, which is actually the lead of her class. Sinking, which they took 204 flooding hits, 75 medium hits, 110 light hits. They could go 20 knots at their maximum speed. A turret was destroyed already, so they were down a turret anyway. And they had a torpedo, one of their torpedo tubes destroyed. Damn, they had torpedo tubes. Okay. Then Pueblo took structure damage. But she had all guns. Everything still active. Log entries. Close, close. Close. And the battle with us already improving on victory points from the very start. Medium range submarines. Right. Ships under construction. Another turn and then the Delaware is out. That's going to be great. Once the Delaware is out, I can maybe get more, I can get us AMCs. Because we need AMCs. Target designator. Build subs, medium range subs. 10 of them, please. Yeah, you're all 10 turns out. Essex and United States are gonna be halted. United States is going to be renamed because we don't want a ship named after our glorious nation to be sunk. So this is going to be USS... USS what? USS Fleetwood. Okay, so ships in service, yeah, we still got a whole bunch of good stuff here, and then we got our old pre-dread, the original pre-dreads. Right, the Rochesters. Raiders. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Close that. So yeah, most of our fighting is actually happening up here in the Northern Pacific, which we're here, but we're obviously over base cap for right now, but I don't really care. Okay, this could be a massive one. So it could be a massive one, and it is going to be a massive one. Ranger and Constellation, which are both Saratoga class battlecruisers, and they are our last capital ships that were built using 12-inch guns. We've obviously got a class of purely carrier conversion ships that are on the way. Okay. Run until spotting enemy. Now, Anchorage is up there. I could easily just run for Anchorage, but am I going to do that? No. Because last time I tried to run for somewhere, I ended up having lost that battle because loads of transports were sunk. Sea state limits ship speed. Yep, your cruising speeds. It's an enemy coastal raid. Where is their target location at? Okay, seeing as we're not actually seeing where their target location is, we have actually seen another American ship there, but yeah, seeing as I do not actually see where any sort of opposition from the Russians would be, but I don't know where the Russians are or where they're supposed to be attacking, I'm going to send these ships into Anchorage. Yes, I'm going to end the scenario. Okay, where did they go? Close that. Where did they go? Ah, they were over here. They were over there the entire time. Okay, finish some 6-inch batteries. Pueblo has returned home due to condenser problems. I think it was that they said. Yeah, Pueblo is 2 turns before she can even continue her raiding duties. Seeing as you're not actually doing much, I'm going to move you to Southeast Asia. And then you can go and be a raider there. Near Kamchatka. Okay. Let's hope that it gives us a good fleet. So it gives us Constitution Raider and then the new USS Denver, the Chicago class vessel Denver. I'm saying the new one because the old one got a little bit destroyed by enemy fire. Okay, so and then Ranger has obviously got our the guy that we had the event to increase our prestige by having in command, and in Constellation, I don't know who the hell is the commander. They're just a random guy known as Hayes. Okay, seeing as it won't let me operate the Denver at all, let's just run until we see the enemy. Run until we spot the enemy. That's what pressing 0 does. Switch to AI control. Okay. Unknown ship sighted. Oh, that was straight out of the blue. If I do say so myself. Denver, your division. AI controlled. No. Make smoke. Move on a turn. Right, Ranger and Constellation, turn. Move on 5 minutes. Alright, that's unidentified. Denver has less than 50% fuel remaining. Okay then, you're not going to be a use for us here. Turn back. Yep, we've identified it. It's a Russian armoured cruiser. We don't know of what class, but it's a Russian armoured cruiser. And everyone is opening fire. It's already went down. So, got spotted out of the mist, and then within 20 minutes, well, less than 20 minutes of being sighted, it went down. He took 13 heavy hits and 26 medium hits and 9 light hits. And that caused your flooding to go out of... That would have been deadly towards Denver, but definitely not deadly towards my battlecruisers early on. Probably once they like get a few hits in them. But yeah, our ships are undamaged. Textbook maneuver. That was textbook. Congress authorizes an increase to the naval budget. Target designated and larger destroyers are available. Okay, ships sunk or scrapped. Right, we've had submarines be mined recently. And caught in submarine nets and stuff. Oh yeah, you were sunk in 1904 in our previous war. But all we've had sink in this war are submarines. If that doesn't tell you how good this war is going for us, then I don't know what will. Okay, so I said we're going to need more light cruisers, so design ship. We're going to design ourselves a new light cruiser ship thing. No, give us a new design, please. No, give us a new design. You know what? Let's not fix what ain't broke. Open the design. Chicago. Chicago, but with an extra... Chicago, but up to 30 knots. This thing is going to be known as the Sonic design. $8,000 tons. Yeah, it allows an 8,000 ton light cruiser. Okay, so we just need to reduce some weight somewhere, which is as easy as conning tower. You're not really much of an issue for me. 29 knots instead, why not? Hold on a second. I do 3-inch secondaries and then reduce the number of 3-inch down. And then the turrets are given the more this time period layout there. Slope deck armor as well, maybe. Is that allowed on this ship? Okay, slope deck isn't allowed. Protected cruiser deck. Yeah, now it's allowed. Okay, we can't have a Q turret there. H and I will be placed there and there. And then, yeah, actually, reduce a knot. Reduce a knot, just add back in those 3-inch. Central firing. Yeah, if it ain't fixed, don't break it. We'll go with this new variation of our old light cruisers. Well, the basic idea is of our old light cruisers. Oh, well, will we get another view of our battle cruisers? No, we have Brooklyn, which is an old Rochester class. Raleigh and Olympia, which we already know Raleigh and Olympia by this point. Okay. Raleigh and Olympia. 20 knots, please. Brooklyn. Also go 19 because you're slower than your more capable sister ship. Squad max. Brooklyn is already at squad max as well. Let's run for 6 hours. run for another 3 hours because we're going to let him go. He's running, so we're just going to let him go. Just let it run. Oh. Right, down at your cruising speed, seen as you're coal powered. Oh god, when we get the carrier conversions, that's going to have to be changed. Yes, opposing forces are far apart. So yeah, we caused damage to them, and that's how we got a victory from this one. Exit. Latest army offensive has been great. Like, I'll say this particular war has gone a lot better than the last one. Hell, we got the Italian battle cruiser. Are we the only ones who have been going, dare I say it, normal with our battle cruisers? Well, I say normal, and then we have the New Yorks. I forgot about the New Yorks. Yeah, normal battle cruisers. Points towards New York class. You were saying? Oh, I'm actually loving this game more than UAD, though. Then again, that's actually quite easy for me. Because at least this game doesn't wipe your saves! Like I said previously, all these rule away stuff are going to be taking digs at UAD. As someone who's been playing UAD for a while now, yeah, it's understandable why I'm taking all those digs at it. Ships here are Juno, which is the Chicago, Brooklyn again, and then Chicago itself. It's an enemy coastal raid. Run until we spot the enemy. At fastest speed available, please. Maybe you guys can head up there and we'll just carry on running. And then if they do get spotted, then we can just send ships down to... Unknown ship sighted. They have been spotted. We've got their location. Right, you guys, Squad Max. Oh, God. Because of these... Here's the thing, they're the newer cruisers, so they don't have oil. Oh, God. Like, they're the newer cruisers of the ones we got, and... I find it funny that the older cruisers are better than the newer cruisers just by the fact they have oil. Like, run 4 hours. Just run. This looks like a fleet that we are not going to be able to challenge easily. Few CAs, a few CLs, a few CAs. Yeah, only a few CAs. Juno, Chicago, get over here now, please. Right, Brooklyn, Good luck. Right, run 5 minutes. Run 5 minutes. Run 5. Run 5. How's Brooklyn holding up? Okay, we've taken some structural damage, but it all seems to be superficial. All seems to be superficial. We don't have any fires going on. Okay, move on a turn. Ooh, we just took an engine room hit. That damage isn't superficial. Brooklyn? No. Brooklyn. New orders. Turn back. Okay. Brooklyn, can you lay smoke? You are not a ship able to make smoke. Juno, lay smoke out. And begin sort of defending our yeah, Juno's taking hits. Chicago is also being fired upon now, so yeah, best for us to just begin running for the coast. Chicago is getting pummeled. Yeah, you guys are running at squad max. Right, Chicago. I think it might be best if we split off Chicago. Detach... Okay, we can't detach Chicago then. Run 5. No, we got to keep them away from the merchantmans, but Brooklyn's taken some engine damage. Right. Last stand of the tin cans. Juno, Chicago, Brooklyn, come back around. Right, come around. Let's lead them out wide if they're going to try and come after us. Let's bring them out wide over this direction. And then hope that our transport hub there gets away. Okay. From that, Brooklyn has taken more hits and she's lost X turret. Juno has lost one of her starboard turrets and is structurally damaged. Chicago structurally damaged and she's lost a whole bunch of her starboard turrets. Right. Let's bring him up Anchorage Bay and bring him in. Let's bring him up Anchorage Bay, and then if the enemy decides to follow us, then it's to Anchorage. But they're going to follow us too. Right, Juno and Chicago are definitely moving faster than Brooklyn, but that is expected for Brooklyn. What's I shouting? Yeah, turn back. They're opening fire on that merchant. We gotta go back. We gotta help the merchantman. Then again, we ourselves are a little bit too damaged for this, I believe. Oh, Brooklyn. I'm now certain we're going to lose to Brooklyn. We're going to lose Brooklyn. Right. Yes, we've lost Brooklyn, so that means that Juno is now the flagship in which I control. Because Brooklyn is going down. You're my flag fleet now, so you should be, no, I'm going to work like this. Anchorage is just there. You guys can get into Anchorage, then we have done a lot better than previous engagements I've had with Russia. And it be a losing battle, I should say. Shall I class this as a losing battle? Come on, just across a bay and then you're in Anchorage. Yes, I want to end the scenario. We lost the chance. Okay, I will actually allow Russia to have that victory because we have had some victories over them. Battle of Cook Inlet. We're still winning, so this once I'll allow a defeat. Extended double bottom. Ooh, at least Constellation survived. Sonic, any design reworks needed for you? God, no. No. Screen here. Nope. No design reworks are required, so I'll recenter my screen and then build ship. The Sonic class light cruisers. 10 of you will go under the construction yards, and then like stuff there. New York and Lexington are both being held back in construction again. Yorktown and Kentucky are going to be held back in construction for right now because of reasons. Unexpected battle. Okay. Okay. Sink 6 TRs, which we have the Ranger here as the flagship. got old Chicago again. So yeah, let's run until we reach a target. Sight target, which we have sighted a target. Let's go on a turn. Ranger, begin. Continuing to move in. That is the Russian battlecruiser right there. They've identified it. So, the Russian battlecruiser has 13-inch guns, 6 of them. So, they're higher caliber than us, but they have got a bit of an inefficient layout compared to us. Because we have same amount of 12-inch guns. We can fit more turrets on a forward-firing broadside. Okay. They've taken a hit, so has Ranger taken any hits? No, not that I can see. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. And now the game's not responding. So, Chicago has been, flash fired to death. He's just hoping that a whole bunch of a crew are able to get off. And the game is now not responding. Okay. Not to worry, everyone. We have got a drill for this if it actually crashes. So, no, that drill does not end the stream. For those of you already being like, what is that, end the stream? No. Regulars should know by this point I have a musical composition that only the first 4 notes of which are ever repeated the same way, that I use whenever the game crashes. Which I should actually check if I've got a guitar in tune for that. Preferably acoustic. No. Definitely no. Okay, I got guitar in tune it for... Oh no, we don't require it. Right, anyway, okay. Move on a turn. Ranger. Move in. Alright, light cruisers, I want you to move past these guys and actually go for the transports, please. But yeah, start firing upon the transports. AV? They can't already have seaplane carriers, surely. If they do, then it's a tech we need to take off them. Okay, Ranger. Squad max, 29 knots. Signals misunderstood. Run 5 minutes. Okay, we're closer to Kamchatka than we are in American port, so I know exactly what that ship is, so I know exactly what those ships are. They're the Russians. Yep, Ranger. Okay, we've already done to them more damage than they have done to us by already sinking a armoured cruiser. And we had just spotted a whole bunch of other ships that are unidentified and are not going to be able to get away from Ranger. And look-alike cruisers. And the AMC is hit by a torpedo. Yeah. So yeah, we did lose USS Chicago, but overall I think we've done a lot more damage to them than they have done to us. And it's making me kind of glad that I am already working on the Sonic class of ships. Objective accomplished. Okay, down to cruising speed. Ultra fast now, just letting the game run until we get reports that we've ended. There's a Wyoming class battleship somewhere. Oh my. Okay. Don't know where it is, but there's a Wyoming somewhere that is so yeah, it's undamaged, but they lost. They're only CA. They didn't even have a battle cruiser there. We misidentified their CA. It must have been. They had three destroyers, two of which are sunk. They had auxiliaries, one medium, one heavy, 7 sunk, 7 survived, undamaged. But still, it's a victory for us and a defeat for them, with only the loss of USS Chicago being an unfortunate thing for us. Okay. Not again. Please let me at least save before you go to not responding. Please and thank you. Okay, so our submarines, how long have we spent building? 10 more turns. While building submarines, ships under construction, we've got 4 more turns there, and then we can unhull a few more of our currently under construction. Well, yeah, we could resume a few more of our currently under construction vessels. They've lost the ability to use a battleship. All or nothing armor. Oh yeah, more rebuilding. Oh god. Oakland to Tucson is going to be halted. Except it's a light cruiser and a light cruiser, apparently. Yeah, Baltimore, your objective is run to Guam at squad max. And I'm not kidding, that is your one, first and only objective. Is to run to Guam. Yes, and to port. We caused a slight bit more damage to them than they did to us, so. Loading. Okay, so Constellation has got 4 more turns left in her repairs. For those of you wondering, wait, Constellation needs repairs? Yeah, she got torpedoed, for those of you not paying attention, I should say. I didn't know we had Baltimore on raiding. Well, we've only got 2 Rochester-class ships left. They're going to be active fleet. No, they're going to be trade protection. because we've got nothing much else to... So he's currently a POW. Command Fate. Dismissed in 1907. Less service. Now an infantry captain. You were killed in the original Minneapolis in 1904. You went down San Diego. You went down with the original Chicago. Okay, so Captain Norris on Brooklyn went down with Brooklyn. So I'm guessing that there were survivors from the Chicago that exploded, and among those survivors was the captain of that ship. Yeah, because we've only got 4 admirals who have died. So Chicago had survivors when she went down, and the officer on board Chicago was among the survivors. So commanding officer was among the survivors, is what I'm gathering from my knowledge there. As the one that said to have died on Chicago, if it was the Chicago that we lost to a turret explosion in the previous battle, then it would have been said Note 14. We should try that out. Try that out, up our crew quality a bit. Right. Moving on, another turn. Independence class, well, Independence and Constitution are commissioned, which they were the ships that still needed to be completed, the Saratoga class, so now we have the entire Saratoga class in service. I believe we can, once this responds, continue with construction of stuff. Okay. Oh God. I'm tired. But it's not even 7 o'clock yet and I'm tired. Like, it's only like 5:45 and I'm tired, so surprising. Respond, please. Respond. I had a family member pay for this game for me, and I don't like it if it doesn't respond. Right. Ship's under construction then. The logical thing here is to resume the cruisers. Those cruisers, which I'm going to do said logical thing and resume those cruisers. And all capital ship construction is being held for a while. Although maybe it might be a good idea to carry on New York and Lexington, because, like I've said, New York and Lexington, they're both going to be carrier conversions anyway, so... Well, I could leave New York and Lexington and just worry about the Kentuckys. Like Fleetwood and Essex, I think I will carry on their construction times. Been at war now for 16 turns. Austria-Hungary has entered the war on our side. Okay. We can always welcome new allies. Okay. Holy shit, they sent ships to our west coast? Fun. Not fun. Director firing. Shit. Why do we have to get it now? Right. You guys. You are all moving to the west coast. Wyoming is also being moved to the west coast. Right, our two Rochester-class armoured cruisers. Both of those two are being scrapped. I could have kept them for carrier conversion, but to be honest, they're not going to work out carrier conversion-wise. Rally and Olympia, you have done well in the... You've done well in the Northern Pacific. Let's see if you can do the same in being based at San Francisco and Los Angeles and stuff. Hell, even on good days, your crews could be sent over to, thingy place, Las Vegas for gambling. We don't have radar, so no, what I was wanting to do was open design for rebuild. No, not the Chicago's. Bainbridge. Open design for a rebuild. Honestly, thinking about it, Bainbridge class destroyers are surplus to requirement on their normal duties, so I'm going to set them all to trade protection, so then we have a good trade protection for the next 2 turns. Two ships have finished their working ups. Russian destroyers had to be interned. We've got information on Tiger. Somewhat more regular. TNT warhead for torpedoes. Submarine designs. Operations Austria-Hungary add victory points. It's good. Move on an extra turn. The Navy can fight on if needed. I shouldn't have done that. Because, yeah, we've basically just given ourselves a white piece. And I'm an idiot for doing that. Okay, so location, Central Pacific, guys. State is that. Type. All our corvettes are to go back to Foreign Station immediately. All the Bainbridge class to the scrapyards. You go. North Carolina and Miles Prower are both going to be moved, at least to the west coast, and then we can sort out stuff over there. Constellation and Ranger, you're both going to be moved, but to the east coast. Denver to Juneau. Let's move you to the Caribbean. No, what? Okay, so under construction vessels, we still have a whole bunch of these guys under construction. Oakland and Tucson are going to be scrapped on the slipways because of the fact that they are, yep, so are Minneapolis and Reno. We're only going to have 6 Sonics now, but I really need to change the way in which I am holding my mouse. This is just causing me pain. Okay, all submarines with reliability under 40. Goodbye. Entirely. Okay, we commissioned 9 subs. And we're at a positive budget now, which... that is probably going to be reduced as soon as I put these guys into... well, no, first one to go into rebuild would be North Carolina. Open design for rebuild. She is going to get director firing. She gets quality 0 12-inch guns, which is honestly good for her. Reduced rounds. Turrets are now in twins. Free aside. Twins, free aside. And delete her wing turrets. Delete her wing turrets because she's not going to really need wing turrets any longer. Especially with my plan for her. Like, my plan for her is carrier conversion. Like most of my ships. Essentially converted her into a battle cruiser. Damn it, we can't go higher than 23. Reconvert her back to a battleship. Okay. So we got 2,000 tons left. in weight. That's with a machinery replacement. Let's do that. Okay, so it's saying it's illegal for us to do that. So we'll decrease. Yeah, her hull form doesn't allow any more speed, so we're gonna have to find out another way to use the weight. We've got auto place 6-inch. And then auto place to make sure everything's in good placement. Right, range finding placements are good. Her torpedo mounts are being cleared. She's sort of been given a rebuild in sort of preparation of her being carrier converted later on in her life. Uh, 24. Is that in the 3 times table? 3, 6, 12, 9, 12. 24, 27. Yeah, 24 is in 3 times table, so yeah. 24 triple 6-inch guns. She's essentially got a town class light cruiser on her port and starboard sides. She's gonna take 14 turns of rebuilding just to no. Actually, we've got more capable dreadnoughts than her. Although you're cruise elite, you're being mothballed. You're being mothballed already. So are the pre-dreads. They're being mothballed. We've got a whole bunch of ships ready for carrier conversion. Yeah, I essentially have these things. The New York class. They're here purely to be turned into carriers. But I obviously still have to construct them first, but that'll come later. New dockyards are completed. We can build larger ships. Australia, that's a part of the New Zealand class, which we've already seen. Lighter machinery, mine rails on my ships. Research. Yeah, all medium. Let's carry on high on naval aviation though, because then that might begin setting stuff up. Right, so let's resume our carrier conversion ships, because I'm keeping a load of the ships around just for carrier conversions. Like, even though it's going to be A, expensive, but also B, probably a lot of them are going to be impractical for carrier conversion designs. By all means, they can buy it. Damn you, Russia. It's in an area anyway I didn't want to have forward station stuff for, so. So yeah, our only surface ship loss of that war was, Brooklyn, of the last war we had. Well, no, not Brooklyn. Brooklyn and Chicago. But, yeah. Brooklyn had 1 battle star from her previous engagements. And Chicago had 2 battle stars. Took part in the Battle of Cook Inlet, and then you got sunk by a 9-inch shell blowing you up. But your admiral survived, which was good for us. Okay, we only just need to last 6 more turns before we can then continue constructing the Kentucky class. The Kentucky Ballistics class. The action was the fault of Austria-Hungary. A pro-German coup has taken place, and how could a pro-German and French coups take place in the same... Right. Our security arrangement has expired. Oh well. Anyway. Here's hoping that the Sonics, with their design... Quality 0 16-inch guns. Quality 0 16-inch guns. Quality 0 16-inch guns, you say? Not risk tensions over trivial matter. Triple torpedo mounts. New destroyers are needed then, but right now. Resume construction on Essex and Fleetwood. Des Moines is commissioned. Cincinnati, Sonic. Thank them, but we cannot manage it with the budget. Congress has got the Presidential Cup. And improved triple turrets. Right. I'm going to preemptively say we can resume construction of all the battle cruisers. Diesel generators, airship bomb armament, airship base in knowing us, Eastern Illusions at Dutch Harbour. Three more turns than we had the bigger dock sizes. 2 ships have finished their working ups. I've been pinged, it's Monroe server. Hello there, nuclear strategist. We're just doing our best right now to try and get carrier conversions as a thing. I think our budget can survive the 4 turns required to get the New Yorks out. The Panama Canal is open, and the Japanese have a Congo class. It's almost similar to the actual Congo class, just a caliber below the actual Congo class. Right, Right, you guys are North Dakota classes. I'm only going to keep one of these things around. That will be California, and California will be a carrier-like conversion. Same for Wyoming. Alright, we can wait a while. Okay. Because of orders from the president, the Wyoming class is being saved. The Wyoming class is a president favorite. I'm gonna say that. Right, new docks completed. Construction of an... Okay, extend construction by a turn, but give us our new directors. Average ships. Okay, Lexington and New York are being commissioned. Let's see if any of them have any sort of, Oh, they're waiting another turn. Battlecruiser Lexington is coming. They're 30 knotters! What? No, not 30 knotters. They're 26 knotters. I mean. Yeah, because those guys were made with slow speeds. One of our cruisers has run aground on a shore of an... Okay. Come on, they released the ship. Close to master and quad turrets. Above water tubes and CLs. Right, let's just finish the Kentuckys. And get a new destroyer design out because... no, new Corvette design. Not seaplane carrier. Corvette design because... we do need a Corvette. Oil turbines. All okay. Take a turn. Go ahead. But we need trade protection ships. And that's our way of trade protection. Tension is very high between Russia and Japan. We have quad turrets. We have 16-inch turrets. Oh my god. What crazy contraption can we make of our next class? Like 12 of those guys. Our next capital ships are going to be crazy contraptions, most likely. Right, rebellions. Okay, Oregon and New Mexico. We're 9 Fine, we can wait a while. New Mexico. Less than 9 operation. Oh, right, we can wait a while. Jeez. You're worse than... Right, now can we scrap new... Fine. Right. Armoured cruiser-wise, we aren't doing so well. Light cruiser-wise, we've still got the old Olympias here. Constitution. Who have they got as their admiral? One Barber. Constitution. You are being moved to the crew pool. And then you there are being reassigned to Constitution. Move on a turn. It cost us some prestige to get him off, but improved airship engines. Airship base, eastern US, out of New York. We can manage that. Oil has been discovered in Kamchatka. Now wishing we had the ability to had taken it. Allow it. Gyrostabilizer, efficient hull form. Heavier than air, heavier than air, heavier than air. Oh my god, my god, my god, my god. Low priority there. Heavier than air. High. High priority. Finish construction of our airship base. How much is that's going to be, actually? Sensitive technology, we can't give it out to a potential enemy. Said sensitive technology, though, is going to be vital on some of our ships. Let's see if I can... I'm not going to rebuild Sonics to have him. Or the Chicago's. If I'm going to add it, I'm going to do my own. A new light cruiser design, adding them in, but... Excellent, we'll take the offer. Production gears. Right, Yorktown of the Kentucky class is only 9 turns away. She's going to be the first of her class to be completed. Superimposed guns on destroyers. Already. Okay. Sort of like our next thing to get would be... unassigned above average has been in a scandal involving copious amounts of champagne and an admiral's daughter. Avocado, you sure this isn't you? Anyway, we need the prestige. Land-based naval aircraft. Naval patrol aircraft with range and reliability as our focus. And then we should really get a float plane scout afterwards. But make sure we produce the best rangefinders. That's... Although I could have lowered the corruption in the Navy, I think we're fine for a little bit longer. Let's reduce naval spending. Okay. Research shipborne aircraft operations high. Please. Thank you. Wholeheartedly agree with the president. Quality 0 15-inch guns. Forts and facilities. Airbase. Airbase in Dutch Harbour and in New York, because Dutch Harbour we already sort of know why, because of we sort of already know that that's sort of bit where we've mainly been having our conflicts set with the Russians. So, yeah. Very soon, carrier conversions are on the way. Airbase in the eastern USA. Yeah, cruise by a turn. Water wall furnaces, heavy shells, superimposed X, aircraft bombing of ships, naval patrol aircraft. Speed is good, range is good. Maneuverability is... I'm going with the Martin X. Alright. Yes, we'll get a fighter next. Which speed, maneuverability will be the focus of our new fighters. Well, the fighter designs. I'm Kentucky, extra turn, seaplane carriers. Okay, so for testing out seaplane carriers, we are going to sending USS Baltimore for a rebuild. Her rebuild will be reducing her down to 3-inch guns, reducing her secondaries to nothing, additional armament, seaplane, helicopter hangar, 4 seaplanes. Yeah, we'll need to stop to launch aircraft. Okay, I don't... And then the aft wing turrets are going to... Right, so turret-wise, we're going to have forward, aft, and then port and starboard wings, turret-wise. Five-inch with the wing turrets being positioned on the ship itself, actually, instead of not where they were. Okay, so you got no torpedoes, you got no stuff there. You know what? No. For seaplane carriers, we'll just actually just build a dedicated seaplane carrier after Yorktown is built, especially considering the fact as well we don't actually have the ability to we don't have an aircraft designed for seaplanes yet, so design a ship, a seaplane carrier, not invented aircraft catapults. Yeah, okay, additional armament. Where are the catapults? Clear. Yes. 6th aircraft for a knot of speed. And then guns wise, 4-inch, 3-inch. And then we remove any wing turrets from this ship. Can't get a 7th aircraft. Yeah, this thing is our float plane scout, the Zeal class. Okay, we can't do more than 5 aircraft. Turrets are not balanced. Oh, we need a Y turret. And then place the turret there. There. And then, yeah. We have a bit of space left, so just 24 knots. Okay, ship will have to stop to launch them, but yeah, take 2 turns. We have 3 more turns on our design requests. Okay. Yorktown is commissioned into the Navy. There's no special stuff with the class. Yeah. Essex and Fleetwood are going to be extended out of turn, but yes, just create them automatically. Go to the build screen. Build me 5 of them. Once Fleetwood and Essex are out, we'll be starting the design of our next capital ships. Cruise elevation. Seeing short ranged. Just by, yeah, that one's the best we have. And then for the Zeal class, we are going to be requesting a float plane scout with range and reliability again. Submarines are fine. Air bases were fine. Okay, so the New Yorks, they should be on reserve fleet in the first place. And let's begin the design of a new battleship for us. 16-inch. Let's get rid of X turret. Let's quad turret everyone and everything. How's that? Hull is too narrow for speed. Triple and quads and more than. I'm going to make a sacrifice here. Torpedo defense 1. That is a sacrifice willingly made to this design. And that if it does cause problems, then it is indeed my fault. is indeed my fault, and I will accept responsibility. $23, $24. You know what? We'll still use 16-inch guns, just... displacement use needs to be more than what we're using it for right now. Extended's 3-inch. Upper belt 3-inch. Deck 3.5-inch. Extended's 0.5s. Okay, just normal deck's 3 and extended's 1. Turret tops 4-inch. I want something else to get me through this semi-charm kind of life. $24 turrets, so then it's equal turreting. How is that? Design is not legal. Hull is too narrow for the speed and torpedo protection. Gotta be fucking with me, game. Gotta be fucking with me. Okay then. We add back in X turret as a twin turret. Welcome back, X. We missed you. Okay then, and to satisfy my gun requirement, my gun number requirement, okay. $16, 8 on each side, kind of like the standards and stuff, like the American battleships. Right. Go 23. 24, but we can increase our tonnage displacement because 38,000, 39.5. There. The USS pick a name from the list here. Or I could just USS Finland. Why not? Design is not legal. Armor scheme cannot have an upper belt. Okay. That leaves us 750 tons left, which I'm not going to complain about. 25 knots. Yep. The battleship Finland design will take 4 turns. Battlecruiser Yorktown is completed. The 3 corvettes have been completed. Improved armor. Right, we're gonna have to refit the stuff already. So these fighters are carrier capable. The naval patrol aircraft are not carrier capable. Okay. I wasn't expecting them to be carrier capable anyway. Ah, they have the Mars class under construction. Okay, so we are already preparing our budget for new battleships. Two ships finished their working ups. That's good. Anti-aircraft artillery. Now, I'm going to keep that one on medium. Although I do know how important anti-aircraft is. That can wait. Once we get superimposed beam mountings, then we can build our new light cruisers. Okay, the Finland design, we've had some weight savings added, which can't add more ammo. Okay, or speed. We can colonial service them. Yep. Extra turn. 2 ships finished their working up. Corvette is out. New float plane is ready for evaluation. This thing covers the range nicely. That thing's got more speed. This thing, just by the toughness, has 1. Any last reworkings needed? Nope. We can build the Finland class. 4 of them. We can finally get a battleship that is 25. Take part in a multinational force. A new fighter has entered service. Reliability on everything is still questionable right now. Next turn. Agree wholeheartedly with the president. He's the president. Unit machinery. Improved seaplane carrier, quality 1 4-inch. Send a diplomatic note in the strongest possible language. And design a destroyer. Because we've got 4-inch quality ones. We can do superimposed guns, even though it's going to be enough to superimpose. We got triple torpedoes. Same finish. Yep, just go. Straight to those torpedoes. Oil has been discovered in the Marshall Islands. War has broken up between Japan and Russia. By all means, you have just gone to war with our sworn enemy. They've made the Seawolf, which is worse, better. No, you're not getting the contract there. 10 of these destroyers are being built. We can, for once, deal with a deficit. Dual purpose mountings already. Early air launch torpedoes. Medium. Let's just sort out the shipborne operations right now. Superimposed turrets and CAs, but so far have eluded them. Improved firefighting equipment. Light AA weapons can be added. They've made an improved version which improves the range. Yep, go ahead. Quality -1 18-inch guns. We're not going to use 18-inch for a while, regardless of what quality we got it at. Even if we got it at quality 1, I wouldn't. Okay, so our seaplane carriers are slower than expected. Okay, so what I'm going to go into rebuild next will be the Prowlers, because they are our premier battleships. Like, they literally are our best ships we have. And then 2. Also place. The wing turrets are being removed entirely from the ships, because we've got better use of the placements these days. Like rebuilding them to 13-inch. Or 14s, actually. My god, we can rebuild these things to 14-inch guns already. $25 knots. Let's rebuild them. Why not? Rebuild them. Rebuild them. We don't have Sea-Whiz available yet. Topside cap is still going to be thing. We're going to fit you with 20 like a... Okay, we're going to be keeping them as their original caliber then. Cruise secondaries. Yeah, add the more powerful 4-inch. Add a director to them. We're essentially making these things battle cruisers. $30 knots, reclassifies battlecruiser. 26 knots. No! Reclassify you again as a battleship. Fire control, not the best available. Yeah, we got directors, I know. Right. And then more fire control placement. Okay. Using the last of the space to up our ammunition to all available guns. Yep. Oh, increased elevation. I forgot about that. Increased elevation. Yes. The prowers, all 3 of them are being rebuilt for 14 turns. Like, I know from Tortuga that rebuilding probably isn't the best thing to do, but I much prefer doing rebuilding of engines and have my ships be still efficient than not rebuilding the engines at all. Inclined belt, dual purpose 3 and 4 inch. Damn it, why did it have to take so long? Understanding flight deck. Superimposed beam mounts and flight deck carrier conversions. Okay, USS California. Open design for rebuild. Flight deck. Now, if I remember correctly, there's a button somewhere for automatic carrier rebuild. Apparently. Through what I heard in loading screen stuff, but I don't actually believe that for a second. I'll believe it when I see it. Oil. Right. Air cap. Reclassify as a CVL. The turrets don't really need to be heavily armoured these days now. 4-inch dual purpose. Cannot have centerline gun mounts. Okay, clear them. Fire controls available. Not have secondary guns, no main guns. Yeah. 3-inch, and then starboard for wings on the starboard side. Also, carrier conversion. Quality 1, 4-inch. Yes, our only surviving original pre-Dreadnought is actually already coming out to be a good a good light carrier. Can you get 24? No, 22 is the fastest this thing will go. Slow for a carrier, but my god, we can get her. We can get her as a carrier. USS California is going to be our first carrier. Ammo allowance to the main gun is on the low side. Okay, we can sort all that out. Spacious crew quarters. Let's give these guys the best. Can we have DP main guns? Yeah, our main guns can be DP. Yes! Save North Dakota 1917. There, I found the auto carrier conversion button. And then the New Yorks, they're going to be next on carrier conversions when we get the chance to, but right now we don't have the chance to. Recent improvements in productivity, increased our industrial productivity, it's good, by all means. So we're already beginning our carrier rebuilds. Right, let's get a new light cruiser. Give me that thing. Let's build again. You're giving me essentially a bloody destroyer. There we go. That's more like it. Right. Twin mounts, just twin mounts. All okay? Yep. The Minneapolis class of ships. Let's give them 6-inch instead, because 6-inch is a lot better. And unit machinery. 6-inch unit machinery. That's up then to 3,800 tons. Additional armament, mines. Don't have depth chart. No, those are mine rails. Never mind. Yep. Add turret. See if it'll allow us to dual turret these two guns. Okay, we haven't researched them for... Yeah, our protected crews can have them. Oh well. Save the Minneapolis. 2 turns. Yeah. During that time we can get more techs and then hopefully have another turn worth of rebuilding. Camperdown class. It's British. Superimposed turrets and CAs. Of course we can extend out the time. It will help our budget of what we got of it. Okay. 8 destroyers. Increase our cooperation. Offer full compensation and make yes, develop torpedo bombers. Bomb load reliability. Can we do a quick rework? More ammo. Yep. Take an extra turn. Have us more destroyers. At least 38 more destroyers. Yep, go with that improved version. Build screen. For review. Two, three, 4, 5, 6. I did not order 8 Finland class. You know what? All of those should have gone to scrap. No, it was the build ship light cruisers that I'm building 4 of, not the battleships. There we go. Go ahead. Okay, the Chicagos, they are going to need a rebuild later, but let's get Connecticut and Oregon scrapped. It's only a temporary measure. Those 2 are scrapped, and then those 2 are going to be carrier conversion, light carrier converted. Light carrier converted, and then alongside the New Yorks as well. 2 ships finish their working ups. NTB squadrons, although they're not going to be useful to us, so I'm not going to do them yet. 3 turns on you. 4 turns on you. We've lost a lot of the budget we had at the beginning, but just because I need the money. I need the money if the Navy is going to survive finishing our rebuilds. Negotiating an agreement with Japan. Need torpedo bombers. Speed, you're good. Range. This one's the best. Toughness. The Grumman. The Grumman has been chosen. Right, we're going to have to suspend Ohio for a turn. That's just so then we can complete our rebuilds. Some of our rebuilds. Michigan, Delaware, and Prowler are completed. By all means, go ahead. They're 10-inch guns. Speed, range is better. Just on that toughness alone, I'm keeping those things active. Right. Resume that guy's construction. Aircraft carrier California. The first US carrier in service. And if I check the almanac, we got the first carrier! Well done, everyone! We're leading the world with aircraft carriers. Okay. Now, the Wyomings... No, New York's. New York's are next because they were the ones that... They were the ones that were made with carrier conversion in mind. Graphics. Auto design a carrier conversion for the New York class. Additional armament, 24. Could have improved main guns. Quality 1 4-inch guns. The dual purpose, increased elevation as well. Their director. Okay, can we get 26? Ammunition's a bit on the low side. 180. 27. All okay. 28. All okay. These are turning out to be better carrier conversions than my previous carriers. Additional armament. 2 more aircraft is all okay. Yes! Finland, if you're here right now, I told you the New York class were built for carrier conversion. And they weren't slow. Right, the Wyomings... What would it take to get these guys as carrier conversions? I'm not going to do anything else with these things, just carrier convert. Having improved main and ammunition is on the low side. Oil, triple expansion engines for a 25th and 26th aircraft. I'm happy to try and get 27th. No. Fire control. Cruise elevation director. Done. 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 The 2 remaining Wyomings are going to be rebuilt as battle cruisers. Ignore for right now. We're not ready for war. Okay. Okay, so they're not ready to go to war with Russia, so we will... Right, call up the fleet. Call up the fleet that are in mothballs. North Carolina. Frick, you're gonna have to go and rebuild. There's no other thing for it. You're gonna have to go rebuild. Like, we're just really keeping you around till we get, bigger, get full carrier conversions, and then this guy will be a carrier. A fully fledged carrier. DP, director. VP, Director. Also placed the 12 guns. It's good. Now, got about 2,000 tons remaining. Get rid of all the frees. And up your number by as many as possible. You're getting updated to the more powerful. You're getting updated to the more powerful 4-inch. You're going to be 6 months in rebuild. Increased elevation. Additional deck armor. Spacious quarters. That's her last rebuild before she becomes a carrier. Okay, so Prowler moved to the Northern Pacific already. Sway class, you've been on active the entire time. To trade protection. And then Paul Jones, Smith and Whipple also to trade protection. Let's get 2 more of those guys into trade protection. Also move submarines under. We'll go prize rules. No, fleet support. Fleet support. U4, Northern Pacific. Northern Pacific. Fleetwood, Essex, Huron and Friedrich. We'll get moved to the North Pacific. Air groups. So you have 22 aircraft, so add an air unit, 11 aircraft. Half of your fleet are going to be fighters. And then we don't have torpedo boats, planes yet, so we'll just wait. Columbia is in the yard's end trouble, so is Michigan. Purpose-built light carriers can now be built. That I probably think will wait until we have right, 7,000 tons displacement. The Olympias are too light to be converted. The Chicagos can be. The Olympias can't be. So they're rebuilds. Oh yeah, open design for rebuild, I mean. Yeah, you're rebuilding. Isn't actually going to be a rebuild. You guys are going to head to the scrap yards. Well, I'm going to say that 2 of them got museum shipped because I think at least 2 of them were good ships. Like, in terms of their service, they were good ships. Okay, you to Northern Pacific. some of our new Chauncey. From Hull downwards, you guys are moving to the Northern Pacific as well. We're going to be over base capacity there, which I can somewhat resolve by build naval bases in the area that is got anchorage in. Light carrier has some problems. Weight savings, operations of Japan adding stuff. But we've also had things here, so airbase in Anchorage. And let's build a couple of 6-inch guns in Alaska as well. Okay, the Wyoming constructions are going to be halted because the Wyomings are less capable carrier conversions than my others. We've gotten funds for a new battleship. That's by the people's opinion. USS Oregon is being built as a battleship of the Finland class of ship. And we are also going to design a new armoured cruiser. No. Yes, that's more like it.
Hey, Doug.
Yeah?
Dad saw your phone on charge earlier, so you might not want it on charge now.
Yeah, take it off! Take it off and pass it up.
I just didn't want you to take it off.
Thank you. To get me through this semi-charmed kind of life. Okay, so all like directors and stuff added. Five-inch guns are what we're going to use. Oils and turbines. 12,500 tons sounds nice. How's this? Ship could have director there and some torpedo protection. Yeah, I just realized torpedo protection is a thing. Right. 4.5-inch main belt. Same finish. Yeah, you're just gonna have torpedo protection one, but resume the rebuilds. Fleetwood has got problems. By all means, we're allies. War is broken up between us and Austria-Hungary. Air groups. California, can we now add a torpedo bomber group to you? Yes, of 11 carrier-trained torpedo aircraft. And once they're on board, we can... 18 ships are on trade protection, but 22 are required. And I will send the entire Paul Jones class to trade protection. And then we're going to move on this turn, save the game, and that'll be the end of the episode. Yeah, just copy Dutch's egg route. Japan joins in our war. I'm going to save the game, and that is going to be the end of the episode. No, I didn't, but yeah, this is going to be the end of the episode anyway, Kill. You just returned back at the end of the episode. We've got carriers finally, which I'll just show you quickly before leaving. We got the Wyomings here. They are carrier conversions of some of our old pre-dreadnoughts. We've got the New York class, which were built to be carrier conversions right from the very start. And then, if I leave that, and then go into the ships in service, we already have our first conversion, the California, which California was one of our original dreadnoughts, the only original pre-dreadnought, the only original pre-dreadnought left, and she's an aircraft carrier now. But yeah, showing you done. The stream's done. Hope you enjoyed. Sound service going silent.